Hello everybody. We've been staying here at the Arizona Sun RV Park the last 4 nights and it has been great. It's been a nice place to stay. It's been nice to be on hookups for a few days because it's been 3 months since we've had them. So now we're feeling a little spoiled. And the rates have been reasonable. It was only $33 a night for this massive 50 amp pull through site. So good rates here. The people are super nice. It's been a lot of fun. We're getting ready to get on the road again tomorrow.
We haven't even peed yet, Mom. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is that? Get him. Get him. Nope, don't want to. Haven't even peed. Oh, there's a lizard.
Well, good morning. It is travel day. Bubba's out taking Lulu for a walk so she can get a potty break one last time before we hit the road. And this is going to be Lulu's first big travel day. I mean, she's gone in the car a couple miles from here to there, but nothing major yet. So we have about a 4-hour drive ahead of us and we'll see how she does. We're just about ready to hit the road. Feels good to be getting back on the road again.
Ooh, the sun is bright.
That is bright.
Hey, can somebody tell me? We're up here. I don't know what the altitude is, but it's 9 o'clock and I'm already getting almost 300 watts on my solar. We're at 70%. Is it because the altitude and the wind, the particles in the air aren't as dirty as down in the desert? I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
It is. It's really cool. I mean, yesterday we got to 99%.
On our batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been charging up fast. That has been great.
They have been. That's pretty cool. But anyway.
We made it up here to Sedona. We are off of Forest Road 525, which is the heart of boondocking in Sedona.
If you're a van or a Class C, now don't get me wrong. If you want to bring your fifth wheel up here, do not attempt it in an HDT.
So the good parts. The road coming in is wide. It's decomposed granite and rock. It's hard. You could get any sized rig up the road coming in, really.
I don't know what it's like when it rains.
Right.
But
it's rough. There's rocks sticking up all over the place. So it's a pretty rough ride up. And we're about 3 miles up the road?
Yeah, we are 3 miles up the road.
Beautiful view from up here. You can see the valley out one side, the red rocks up north. You can see the hot air balloons in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning they come in
and there's quite a few campsites up along this road, but it is busy.
Yeah, it is really busy. This road that we're on, between vans going to get the hot balloons, people running up and down here, and the side-by-sides, it's real busy.
And the pink Jeep tours, which we've only seen a couple of those, but the ATVs, I mean, from about 7 in the morning until about 8 o'clock at night, the traffic, it's just a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
So, and then the other downside, that now when we go out and boondock, we do our homework. We look at things on Google Maps, Google Earth. We Google Earth them as close in as we can get. So yeah, but none of that accounts for how soft the ground is. And there's places here, once you get off the main road, some of it's really firm and good, but right next to that, you'll have a place that's super soft. And here's what I'm talking about. If you look at our jack stands, you can see how far they've sunk into the ground just sitting here. And normally we would have blocks underneath them, but we had to use those for a different purpose. And then back in the campsite where Bubba turned Grace around, you can see how deep the tire grooves are just from running the truck over it once.
I was a little spooked. Trust me, I was thinking, oh my gosh, and I spun, and I'm thinking, oh man, we're done.
So here's where it gets interesting. You know, we pretty much all of our videos, life is good, we're having fun, and everything's rolling along pretty easy. And truthfully, 99% of the time, that's how it is. But we would be remiss if we didn't tell you about that other 1% of the time where things go haywire. And that happened to us coming up here.
Yeah. I was within an inch of running the fuel tanks on the rocks. We slid off.
There's a little bit of a drainage coming off the road, and we had an area figured out where to bring the trailer back into the campsite and keep it up high so it wasn't tilting because the ground is uneven. And there's a little bit of a dip that the trailer had to go over at the road. And when the truck went over it, it just kind of got one wheel hung up and got stuck.
Yeah, it got stuck, and the more I tried, the more it wanted to slide downhill. So
because it got into some of that soft dirt, and as he tried to get it out, then that dirt started giving way, and then it started pulling him more and more and more to the side.
Yeah.
And boy, did we get stuck.
Yeah, we got 3 hours. 3 hours of sweating. But what they are is we've got such a downfall here. They've cut wash breaks alongside the road so that the water coming down in the ditch heads off towards the hills over there. And that's what people have been driving on to get back to their sites. It's not a cut road. It's just wash bars that they have dug in. The blade has dug in to divert the water.
So when this happened, I mean, luckily we had a Forest Service officer come by with a big SUV and a strap, and he was able to give us just that little extra oomph we needed to get the truck out of there. But, you know, once it happened, it was like, okay, work the problem one step at a time. Step number 1, unhook the trailer.
Unhook the trailer, get that away from you if you can.
And that is why our jacks went down into the soft dirt with no wood, because we were using the wood to shore up underneath the wheels of the truck so that we could try and get some bite on those wheels to try and get it unstuck. And then number 2 was get the truck out. And then number 3 now is figure out how to get the rig out, and that's what we're doing this morning. We've been here 2 nights.
Yeah, 2 nights.
And the good thing was we had the trailer far enough off the road. We were in a safe place to stay overnight, and so we were able to at least relax about that part of it and not worry. But here's what we've done to try and get the truck out.
3 hours of stuck and 4 hours of figuring out how we can get out of here.
Ever seen a human beaver dam? We're going to show you what one looks like.
So this is what we've come up with. Fingers crossed. It orta. We put the big, huge rock, something for the foundation, on the bottom. And I mean, it's probably 12 feet long. I don't know, 4 feet wide. And you can see how high it is. But we just got all this rock. And truthfully, our tire should back up right here. We made it far enough out that way so that we've got enough squash room, if you know what I mean. You can't just pile up a rock here and expect it to stand up. So we put it out a little ways and we filled it all in. So hopefully I can pull in this way and have the tires up here. We're hoping that'll happen. Let's hope it. But this has got to come up a little bit. We'll see. Got a car coming.
So that's our morning that we have laid out for us.
Yeah, it's and remember when I told you this road was busy all the time? Well, we've already had 4 vehicles go by just in the last 5 minutes. But get something stuck and you are like out in the middle of the desert, the Sahara Desert.
Right.
Nobody comes by.
Right.
And nobody came by. Nobody came by in the 3 hours.
We had a couple Jeeps and some side-by-sides, not one of them with a winch.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday, 14 Jeeps went by with winches on them. But when we were stuck, not one.
And before we got stuck, and before I was getting ready to back in, I had to wait for 6 Jeeps to go by me, all winched up and everything. As soon as I got stuck, not one Jeep went by me at all. Got unstuck, we had 3 of them go by. It's just Mother Nature, I guess, telling me.
This is Murphy. Murphy. He's
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's a sick person. He needs his ass whooped.
Yeah, he needs something whooped.
So this is definitely one of those lessons that you got to just roll with it. Again, you just take your time, slow down, work the problem one step at a time. So this morning, wish us luck. And we have weather coming in over the weekend, and this looks like it would turn to snot if it got wet. So rather than try and find another boondocking spot right down the hills, the town of Cottonwood, I think we're just going to head for an RV park.
That's just not us, but it's going to be us. I need to have some place to where I can sit down and have a shot.
Not that we didn't do that the night we got stuck once everything was situated, but
we're going to go ahead and show you what the water bars. I know half of you guys probably know what a water bar is, but we'll show you what we went up against when we were getting ready to back in.
The plan was well laid out. It just, when that one wheel slipped, that was it.
Yep, it was gone.
So wish us luck, and we'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, so this is a water bar. They cut the ditch. And then they divert a berm, and the water runs down that way and out into the tulies. Backed up right here. And I was going to keep everything right on top of this one, because this was a big berm. But right here is where it went bad. Right there. And that right there is only this deep. It's not very deep. It's only about that deep. And there've been nothing to go through it, but it got soft right here. And that's where I started going down. I probably could have came off and straddled everything this way more, but I didn't want to hang up because we're pretty low to the ground. So it's ideal for a pickup and a fifth wheel.
A small one.
A small one.
Something that's not as heavy as us.
Yeah. So
all adventures in RVing.
All adventures in RVing, yes. So okay, we're gonna pull in here, see what we can do. Adios. Yeah.
The human beaver dam worked. The truck didn't even slip coming out of there.
Yeah.
Whew. Are we fart smellers or what?
Pretty fart smellers.
Pretty fart smellers. All right, off to find an RV park now.